Welcome in, everyone. We are back to playing Renowned Explorers, International Society. I have been generously gifted by a chat member of chat the Emperor's Challenge DLC, which was the only DLC I did not own for this game already. I actually had picked up um, the other DLC that it had a while back, but I just hadn't gotten around to this one. So this is what's new for this DLC. We've already seen the new stuff for the other DLC to some extent. The quest for the Holy Grail is one of the new end game challenges for it, which we failed at ridiculously our first run through here, but now we've got even more stuff. So it introduces a new expedition, 4 new crew members, and a completely new game mode. So we are going to check out all of this. It was hard, Trav. It was very hard, but we weren't really prepared for it. And that is one of the things that one of my critiques of this game is that you don't know what is necessary for the levels. Like, if you had, it's interesting to see how they do add new points on the map. But if you had some idea of what you needed to work towards, you might, modify your build towards that end. But since you don't know unless you've played the game enough to memorize it all, and since the wiki was never like fully filled out and completed with information from the community of 2015, it's really hard to figure out what you're doing in this game until you've played it quite a bit more than you've seen me play. And I started playing this game not when it came out in 2015, but probably 2016. I jumped into this game because it looked interesting. And so, it's been a while since I've played myself. So we have a new 4-star expedition on the map for when 4-star expeditions are relevant. We have 4 new recruits. An exotic dancer with a secret, the world's youngest diplomat, a flying inventor, and a cleaner? ? And we can go head to head with Revlu in the new Emperor's Challenge mode. So I don't really need this message again for next time, but let's get into it. So here is the new game mode, or we can just check out the new stuff. I'm actually curious to check out the new stuff. So as you can see, we have 4 new people, but none of them are open as captains, so we can only grab a couple of them while we're here. And as far as captains go, this is the only captain we have not yet played with. So for that matter, we can now check these guys out. Suming John is a glass cannon scientist. So she is another scientist like Anna. She works best with friendly or devious crews. It's really nice to see that they added in what their, I don't remember these calls, emotional states, that they primarily use, which is fine. Oh, hi, Bramble. Welcome in. So yeah, we can get the details of what her path is like. Archaeology or diplomat is kind of her 2 options. And then she does saddened and excited is her devious and her friendly approach. Apparently aggressive approaches don't have like a specific emotion they evoke. But they do make people angry. So it's not that they don't evoke a specific emotion, it's just that they just don't have like they don't actually cause them to get into a specific emotion. They just make them angrier and angrier. So that is one of the new people. Another of the new people is this scout who does friendly or aggressive crews. He is, and as you can see, these are all Asian flavored, unlike the rest of the European, more European minded and African-minded people from before. These are all Asian flavors because it was the Asian expansion, essentially. So Hojo Fumaaki is a scout who is also a quick thinker scout. Let's see what his other. He's a quick thinker athlete build essentially, and he does terrified and impressed. So that's what he does. We have Wang Yu, who is the fighter. He's good for aggressive or devious crews, and he's an engineer tactician. Apparently. So engineering and tactician is his thing. He's one of the few that start with a point in both of their perks. Not everybody does. Some people start 2 in one. Some people start 2 in a different one. But he's one of the few that starts with 1 in one. But yes, so he's the fighter, and then last but not least is Phelan Bunyasak, I believe. She's friendly or aggressive crews, so she's a beguiler engineer, to be frank. So yeah, that is her details. So those are the new people. We can play with some of them. I mean, Anna, being the only captain we haven't played with, it pairs with Dolores and Hattis most of all, because that's where she was set up originally. She is a naturalist engineer, but she starts with 2 naturalists, so we are going to want people who are aggressive or devious. I actually think I might go with a devious, so unfortunately Phelan is out for this one. So Wang Yu is an aggressive, devious engineer tactician. Let's see here. This is aggressive or friendly. So Hojo is also out, which means the other devious member we could double down on a scientist if we wanted to. And she is an archaeologist. So survivalist is only one way to win, Bramble. Survivalist is only one way to win. I mean, survivalists, the skills, or I should say the perks, groupings that they have are not all, I'm like, this game is not very well balanced. It just in general. That has been a complaint since the beginning. The Abbey games tried to do a very like strategically tactical game without really understanding the concept of how to balance a strategically tactical game. I'm not sure if they were just fans of the concept or fans of the genre, but somehow they just ended up this game, to min-max this game, you really will only play with a select group depending on what you're trying to do. So there's like maybe 3 or 4 combinations in this game that are just like really OP against the various places that you go to. And the rest of it is just kind of filler. That is what the complaint was at the very beginning in 2015. So yeah, it does help a lot. But that doesn't mean the other perks don't help. They actually do. So like, yeah, it really depends on what you're doing. And honestly, having more supplies just gives you a little more leeway in things, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you can't very efficiently complete a route or a section or even the game without it. It just makes things a little, like, opens up a couple of other things for you in the long run. It's great to have it early, but it's not the only way to go. But yes, I know it's very powerful, Bramble. We've been playing with it for a while. So yeah, engineer, tinker, and advanced tools. Let's see, she starts out with archaeologist 2 and can jump into diplomacy, etiquette, and politics. Okay. I mean, we don't have to use any of the new people if we don't want to. Yeah, you are very much a terrible speedrunner. So Trav says Hungarian fort, tactician, archaeologist, quick thinker, diplomat status. Since we were thinking about doing a status focus run. Andean adventure is diplomat, rogue, survivalist, engineer, status, research. Diplomat, beguiler, engineer, quick thinker, status. Holy Grail, archaeologist, quick thinker, tactician, diplomat. That's a run of devious expeditions and their tags. So if you want a team that can handle that stuff, that is, yeah. Unfortunately, we need to decide which 4 skills are the most useful. Yeah, devious runs towards status, friendly runs towards gold, aggressive doesn't really have a set, if that makes sense. Which is silly. So, with that being said, maybe we don't even play with new people. Yes, indeed. All right, so let's see. Which four skills are the most used in that set of runs? It looks like quick thinker and diplomat are kind of 2 of the big ones. Although the way things go, it's like diplomat or beguiler. I don't know. It's hard to tell sometimes. Just the way that the skills are done. Diplomat isn't all of them, so we definitely will probably want a captain who is got diplomat as his main skill. That's beguiler, survivalist, quick thinker, rogue, tactician, athlete. I don't think I have unlocked a diplomat as a captain. Okay. Which means that our secondary needs to have diplomat as their main. So Kwame is really the diplomat 2 person. Is there anyone else who has it, though? Weirdest ass grouping. Nope. He's literally the only one who has diplomat as his perks. Archaeology is in 3. So if that's the case, our captain should be an archaeologist. Who has it? Nope. Seriously, I have not opened up the archaeologist. Who starts with archaeology? You start with 1 archaeology. You start with 2 archaeology. And quick thinker is in 3. We definitely have opened up a quick thinker. Haven't we? No, we have not. Of course not. Why would we do that? Luck's a duck. No, we have. Hattis was the quick thinker. Okay. So, Kwame and Agatha von Brunswick, we've not played with, but the three main skills is that diplomacy is in all of them, archaeology is in 3, and quick thinker is in 3. So, we have their main skills. Their off skills is engineering, quick thinker, so he can go full diplomacy, and hers is tactician, so that's not bad. So we might have to give them all trinkets for a secondary thing. We've considered playing with Kwame before, but we decided against it, so don't mind this double removed. It's that we've literally had this card come up in the card packs 3 times. That's all. So, this looks to be the group for a devious run. 2 out of the 3 of them are good for devious. He is not. It's gonna be fine. Hatis is a collector, which means that we get +10 collect at the start of each expedition, and we gain +2 insight if we end an expedition with 50 or more collect tokens. So even though we're probably doing a status run, collect tokens are going to be something we pick up as well. So this is definitely an interesting grouping. I just don't have everyone opened up, which would have given me a whole different setup otherwise. All right. So these are the basic campfire stories. These are the campfire stories that will come up. So German import we definitely want because it will give us secret tokens. +3 campaign when spending insight with a level 3 tactician. We might have to get her to a level 3 tactician. That could be nice. Let's see here. Level 2 quick thinkers gain +5 speech, which is good for devious attacks, and +2 campaign whenever a level 2 quick thinker succeeds on the adventure wheel, because his off skill is quick thinking. So we will probably want that. And then signed mandate gives us a 150 renown per level 2 diplomat in your crew. So we'll get an extra 150 if this rolls up. Level 2 quick thinkers gain 5 speech here as well. So they both have stories of suspense. Interesting. And so we can get this twice, actually. Which isn't a terrible idea because she's going to be our quick thinker. And then +2 collect and +2 study per level of engineer in our crew. Her secondary perk group is engineering, that's why. So we've seen this before. This will be either useful if we pick up any engineering or not, essentially. Well, I might grab, like, there's ways of gaining quick thinking. There's ways of gaining engineering that we don't have to worry about, but we'll see if tech experiment actually even A rolls up or B becomes useful. It's not big a deal. If it's out of all of the cards that we have, it's the one that I worry about the least. But we are going to be doing a campaign run. So that means that, first of all, we're going to do this on easy mode because I'm still getting my butt kicked. We're still doing this in discovery mode because I'm still getting my butt kicked. We're going to the Viking landing because that's the status starter. And now let's see how to begin this. Supposedly we're like the most friendly, but we're definitely high on deviousness as well. So let's go, shall we? This is it. We just got our renowned Explorers International Society membership. Hattis wants to make a big entrance and goes for an elusive treasure, a Viking ship. Rumors are that the boat belonging to the famous explorer Leif Erikson is somewhere on this forgotten island. Time for adventure. Let's see where we have to go. We've done the tutorial. We don't need to do it again. All right. So this is status in a fight. This is gold and status. This is supplies. We are at full supplies. We do not need this. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go straight for the fight. Let's go. Two villagers keep following you and annoying you with well-intentioned questions. Wow, you come from all over the world? Wow, you've been to London? Wow, you like Brussels sprouts? Wow. These friendly gentlemen need to be convinced to stop following you. On guard. So, unfortunately, if we go the friendly route with these guys, we will get an extra token. If we go the devious route, we will get no extra tokens. What do we want to do? Do we want to make them very sad, or very enraged, or very terrified? Not for this encounter, no. We could, of course, make them excited and confident and impressed instead. You, be impressed. Look at me, I'm awesome. I know, it's remarkable. No. Really? I can't... Oh, it's melee. Well, you are now going to be very excited. Oh, heartwarming. How fun. Bye. Oh. She's the worst at this. You're very encouraged. Hola. Do-do-do. Friendly victory. Extra token. And speech depends and speech power. Nice. In a kind but firm manner, you explain to them that you have to leave now. Once Hattis gives them some foreign candy, they thank you wholeheartedly and go away. The crew proceeds with the expedition. Silly sots. Alright. Do we have an athlete, naturalist, or survivalist? No. No, we did not. Of course we don't. We brought an archaeologist instead. And why not? It's the early days. We will try all the things. You encounter a group of Highlanders, sweating and breathing heavily. One of them, who the others call Coach, speaks. Hey there, we're the local rugby team. We're trying to increase our stamina by jogging. We were just about to do some tactical drills. Why don't you join us and show us what you got? Yeah, I didn't bring a fighter. This is terrible. Agatha, the old lady, has the best ability